Hi, it says, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making this full journal. Obviously it takes longer to because I'm explaining things, so it will take you probably a bit shorter to make it, because it's quite straightforward really. It's just I'll give you a few tips and things, and that's why I've decided to otherwise you could probably just say, oh, just make one of these and that's done. Right, okay, so I've made it with my own papers here with different, I've changed the settings on the printer so it makes these different colours. Okay, it's adjusting, it says temperature. I don't know if you've got that on yours. So what you do is you click on the print, press the image, and then it comes up with all these things that say adjust and things. I discovered not that long ago actually, after I've had the printer for a while. Right, okay, so that I've got pockets in here, you know, and I'm very pleased with this one. This could be a present for somebody. It can also be sold. You can sell these as well, as long as you've got your own, and that's the original, so that's not been copied. As long as you've got your own, and it's the originals of everything, or you have permission to use digitals, etc. Okay, there we go then. So, thank you so much for anybody who's given me a thumbs up today. I do appreciate it. It does help my video so much. And anybody who has subscribe to my channel, that does help my channel grow. Thank you so much, that is amazing. Anybody who's done that, I've got a Facebook group, Hazy Crazy Arts, as well. I've had a new member recently. I don't know, is it Jean? I don't know how to pronounce it, Matt, Jean or Jean. So thank you so much for joining my Facebook group, and also thank you if anybody gives me tips. I do want a tip. There is a tip I would like. If you've got any idea don't worry if somebody else has already written as well, because you can, or you've got a different idea, because it might help too. Let's have a look. Where is it? Oh no, it's not that one. It is. Right, this is a good example of, right, you've got those little bits that at the top of the page. Right, I folded it over. I didn't actually crease it with my bone folder, but I did fold it over and it still didn't separate properly. I mean, do you cut them off, or do you tear them off? Or is there a method of tearing them off? Because I'm sure you should be able to just tear them off. Anyway, with that, instead of rambling on, we better get going now, and we'll see how we make this then today. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. I think at the beginning I would have showed you what we've made today. So I'm going to cut this to the UK measurement, which will be 8.5. If you're in the US, it will be different. It's your choice. You could perhaps do 8 3/4. I would do that myself if I was doing it because of the paper length. And I'm doing 1/4 of an inch more than ours. And then I'll show you in a minute. So this is 8.5. Did I check? I did check, didn't I? Right, okay. Yeah, you can make a little journal with that bit. Yeah. Quite cute, that one. So if you made a little one, put it down a bit. Okay. Right then, so I'm making 1/4 inch spine. The reason is because it's going to have one signature. Right, if you remember this, look at this. This is not the 6-inch mark. So if you see it's different up there, it's actually just before the 6-inch mark. I'm going to make a 1/4 inch spine. So I'm using the line I've got there to make sure I'm in the right place. Hold on, am I in the right place? Am I in the right place? Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay. So then I'm going to bend that now. Yeah, we better move it away from there. So we've got the, okay, and then yeah, this has got different lines there, but I don't know if they're relevant to me or not. I haven't checked actually. Right, oh, how come that's not straight? Oh, right. I'm going to hold that straight because it should be, and then do this. And is that the one I've done? That should be the right way, yes. And that's fine all the way down there. I'm going to strengthen the spine with fabric. If you start going, oh no, not fabric, don't worry about it. This is what I used to do. So, right, okay, so just get used to using fabric. I would. That's what I did. Right, so this, I'm going to do it this way because I think this is the best way. This is the best what I can think of. I'm starting at the 6-inch mark. This is to make my pages, the cover, the same length both sides. That goes down there. And I'm going to score down that 12-inch mark. So that makes that 6 inches I'm doing. And if you actually want to do a slightly less, or if you want to do 6 inches as well. Okay, ooh, hold on, we're trying to, yep. Yeah. Okay, and then using the 6-inch mark again on this side. I found this is the easiest way that I can do it. Making sure it's flush against that edge, of course. Yeah, and that goes like that. And that makes a slightly bigger pocket at the back there. Okay, let's have a look, see if I've got the right. Right, and then you check whether you've got, yeah, this is the right. And make sure it's all flat. And make sure you're nice and flush and flat. Right, okay, so then you get the paper you're using. I'm using this. It's 12 by 12 paper. I've taken one end off. It doesn't matter to me. I think that needs to be. Would you need that to be at the side? If it's at the top, you'd see it, would you? Yeah. So I'm going to move it around this way, because that's got a bit of a rough edge. It's got one of those things you have to take off, but it didn't quite tear off like I wanted it to. That's a bit of a nuisance. Right, 6 inches. 6 inches to me, you know where you got that little black mark where there's 6 inches? I go directly in between that. That seems to be correct. If you go either side, it's slightly different, but I don't know whether this paper's exactly right. So, yeah, I've done it, moved it over now. That's it. There we go. Oh. Don't know whether we made it the right size. Let's have a look. This paper's a bit. Ooh, I think there's a sliver in there. A sliver involved. Or is it right? No, I think we're right. Yeah, I think I did that perfectly. Okay, that's good then, isn't it? So I'm going to put these, right, okay, over my, right, which is that's the front. And what you do is, right, okay, so we're going to make sure we get the same length, don't we? The same part, because you'll be able to see it, perhaps on the, I don't know. Yeah, I think you'll still be able to see it. And I think this is why I'm using this in particular, because I want to show you about that point. It's about 1 3/4 here. Okay, and I think it's 10 1/4 here. This is for the obviously the A4 size. If you're making slightly bigger, slightly longer, you'll need it slightly longer. You can still start about that and just finish about half or whatever or you could start a little earlier. Say 1 1/2 to 10 1/2 if you're doing 9 inches. Is that right? And then if you're doing slightly less, just adjust it by the quarter if you're doing 1/4 inches. Okay. So that's, what's that on there already? Probably off my desk. I have cleaned my desk, honest. Right, so that one's done, and then I'll do the other one the same. Okay. Well, I've got to make sure it's the right, same way round. Looks like it's like that, is it? Now I've got my glue mats out. Right, okay, I'm just going to check though that this is the right way round, because I need to do some little bit of cutting. Some little bit, I don't know what that means. Some little bit. And obviously need to check whether this is actually the right, I've done it exactly the right length, haven't I? Oh, okay, I can get it inside then. So that should be right there. So I've just got to make sure the other one's going to be the same way up. So that's that. All fingers and thumbs here. Right, okay. Look like I am, don't I, as well? Right, you can tell I'm all fingers and thumbs, can't you? Right, okay, so there I'm getting to this bit. I don't like the gluing bit. This is what I don't like. Right, okay. The fabric bat's great. I like the fabric bit. Right, so make sure that's the right way round. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, on the middle bits, I'm going to cut a little tiny triangle bit. On this one, it doesn't matter. I'm going to cut a big triangle bit. Perhaps it will all be explained in a minute. Okay, you'll understand what I mean. Okay, so that's the bottom side, so I'll pull it over there. Bottom side. The back side. That's even worse. The back side. The bottom side. Yeah, okay. Right, so I'm going to put a little bit off there. Gonna make sure we're all fitting and all in order. Oh, was it ship shape ship shape and Bristol fashion? That's what we say. Ship shape. I don't know if you've heard that before. Right, we'll try and move that up there a bit. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? And then we make sure we close. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, I've just got to glue it now, which is the pain. Which is the pain in the backside. Yeah. So I'll do the back first. I've got my glue mat ready down. Look. Right, so I'll just keep that there. I do remember that the large pocket is going to be at the back. So I'm just going to glue this bit here. I'm not going to do in the flaps yet because that's, hold on, that's the new one. I'm just going to use the old one up. Right, okay, get the, oh, it's already open, let's try and take the lid off. Right, there we go. Right, okay, let's put some light on the subject a minute because we're a bit, I mean, it's not dark outside, it's actually daylight, but, so daylight in inverted commas because it's a bit dull. Well, we've got hair on. Right. Yeah, it's a bit dull outside, so daylight in inverted commas. Right then. Oh, if you read my little sad little pot little story, I put it on Facebook on the group and on another group as well. Yeah, so if you read that yesterday, don't worry. I did actually find, immediately afterwards, I found the rest of the pots. I knew where, and I sort of vaguely knew they might be there somewhere. It was all in a drawer. So if my poor little pot is now reunited with its, right, okay, what am I thinking? Yes, I think I am, aren't I? I think I'm thinking correctly. Just lay it down on there like that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get it in the right position. Right, okay. Oh, is that going to be, oh, look at that. That's very long, isn't it? So let's move that down here a bit. Right, that's the point. Yeah, I don't know if you could fold that bit there and pull it down. I don't know. Or pull it down till the... It's probably a bit of trial and error. Oh, that fits fine. And we're going to make sure that closes. Oh, yeah, I need to put props over here a bit. Props. Props, that's a new one. Props. Props over there a bit like that. Let's see if I can get that props over there. What's this? Why have we got a blob of old glue? It's not what do you call it, live glue. It's not glue that's actually sticky. Just a piece of glue that probably was on the mat. Right, let's see if that is. No. Live glue, that's a good one, isn't it? Right. My sons are saying exactly the same sense of humour as me. So funny. Whoops. I'll be ripping it now. Right, just moving that over so when I bend it, it won't get that. It won't matter too much, but I've got to put some fabric over there. And I'm thinking, oh, fabric. Right, sometimes I dig that out of my finger, but I think it looks a bit, you know, I can do that in private, can't I, when you're not there. It's hilarious, isn't it? Right, so that, yeah, I did put that on a group once, and everybody was saying, oh, I know, what I do is dig it out. I can't remember what they said, something, and I said, oh, I just dig it with my finger, and everybody said, yay. Everybody's going, yay. Yeah, me too. Yeah. So if you don't do that, yeah. You're so posh. Right, okay. Yeah, well, you get all move my fingers, won't it? So it will interfere with my project probably, so I better not do that. Right, so I'm gluing that down there, so that one's done. Have I got glue on here? No, not too bad. And here I have a bit. So I'm just going to see if I can find an old piece of, that's not my new, that's a new piece. Oh, oh, there's one. Just to wipe it. Yeah, so we get rid of all that off there before with glue. I'm getting some new ones of these, hopefully. Right, okay, this is why I cut it up. I thought, oh, I can cut that up. Right, okay, let's get the other bits. Can't find it. If I'm showing this on fast, because it's fine. I haven't actually chosen the paper yet or measured it. See how big we need it. Don't forget, in America it will be slightly different. I'm not sure if everywhere else uses A4. I don't have to do it right to there anyway, because that's going to be covered. So if you've got a piece of, doing it, say 5 inches or something, perhaps would do it, wouldn't it? Say 5 inches by, I'm going to do less than, mine would be 8 1/4. Obviously, if you've got a little bit bigger paper, that would be bigger, depending how whether you've done 9 inches or 8 3/4. Remember that, just do a 1/4 inch less on your papers. Okay, now I've chosen this one. Yeah, I've got, again, it's got some, I don't know if you can see that, can't, can you? There's that as well. I've done that again with the, I have actually done a pattern on the back with some I think but you won't see that now. That's, I think I'm just trying it out, see what it looked like. But anyway, I'll use this one because it's yellow, same as the tartan, or if you like the plaid. I'm doing 8 1/4. I'm doing it 8 1/4. Obviously, you've done it. Adjust it to what you have. Yeah, so I'm putting that bit off in case I can use it for anything else. Don't know. And they're going to go 5 and then 5. Yeah. Right, 5. Make sure that's 5 2 as well. Rather. That sounds like 2. Sounds like a number. Right. Okay. So that would be 1 panel. I don't know if I've cut it out, but I did say that it would go under the pocket, so that doesn't matter about that. As long as it's glued down really well, and obviously we're going to have some fabric along here, so it doesn't matter if that doesn't go all the way to the edge. Okay, so it does. I don't think it matters if it's uneven either. It doesn't have to be even Stevens. Even Stevens. Right, so I'm going to glue this then. Hopefully I've got rid of all the glue off the mat. You've got to make sure you get all the glue. Right, okay. Put this on here-ish, a bit further down-ish. Right, so that one goes there, that one's got glue there. I've got glue on my fingers now. And that one. Right there. Let's do a little thing with this. Okay. Ooh. Oops, hold on. Okay. We don't want it too much on the end, do we? Actually, yeah, put it on that. Oh no, don't want it on the middle now. Right, don't want it on the middle. Don't put any glue or any powder on the middle. It says me putting powder on the middle. Right, let's just gonna wipe that off if I can. Right, okay, so let's just check in we're okay on this. Oh dear, we've got things everywhere. Right, I know that's it is slightly over, but that won't matter because I'm obviously going to, no, not glue. Right, I'm going to unglue. Yeah. Just doing the front as well. Don't know why I got glue on the table when I've not been using glue on the table. Right, okay, we're just going to put some bit on there, yeah. Then rub against the, making sure we've got no glue at all on that bit. I'm not doing it in the middle because I'm going to use glue on it in the middle. In a minute, I mean, not. Going to use glue in the middle, yeah. Now let's do it again. Right, table. We don't need glue on the table, okay? So if there's any glue on the table, get off now while there's chance. Right, okay. I'm having trouble with old bits of glue. Right, there we go. So that's done. So now I'm going to do my thing. Right, I'm going to do it differently to what I have done. I did last time because I glued all the way down. I'm just going to glue halfway up. You'll see why. Right, so gluing halfway up here, doing the spine halfway up. We're going to make sure we've got plenty of glue either side. We can put powder on afterwards if we've got powder ready. Baby powder. Okay, that's what you make when you do clear gesso. It does get rid of the shine. I'm not sure if you can use it when it's dry, that's the thing. Well, I could move that down, but no, leave it. Okay, we're sort of like, got some here which I didn't want. Oh, that's a good idea. Look, do it with another cloth. Yeah, then you can wipe any extra glue off like that if you get it on it like me, which you probably won't because you're really clever. Unlike me. Right, there we go. Yeah, you're really clever and you won't do that, will you? Okay. Right, okay, so we're making sure that's in the middle as well. Okay, we can adjust it because it does stay wet for a while. I'm not sure about other glues, but this one will. This is similar to, if you're in the USA, that glue that it's the Scotch glue with a big white, because I've bought some of that before when it's on offer. And it's exactly the same. It's the one that does the fabric. I wouldn't use any glue that's washable, for example, because that'll decide it's not sticky enough and probably break off. So I'm not sticky. Right, there we go. Let's do, I don't know whether to cut that off or pull it. Yeah, I want to pull it because I like those frays you get on it. Phrase as in F, not phrase as in PH. It's hilarious, isn't it? Right, I can actually make sure we're straight because I've got these lines. Yeah, look, that's a good point about those. I mean, they're a bit of a nuisance some ways, but in other ways they're okay. Right, okay, let's get this done. Let's get our cloth again, make sure we're nice and unglued at the no glue. But I might put a bit of glue on depending because that looks a bit like it's, I don't know, that might be okay. Depends, doesn't it, how you feel at the time. Right, okay, because that's at the back. That's actually at the back. The front's probably the one I just cut and put tore. That's it. I tore it down. I didn't cut it. Okay, we need to get some of that down. Some of these frays down to there, don't we? I'm going to cut them off because it's taking ages. Right, okay. Impatience, look, impatience. There we go. Right, so I'm going to cut down to here. Are we in shot? This looks massive, doesn't it? It's only as big. It's only as big as the thing it is. Right. Okay. So let's go for. I've got my phone on charge, so the wire's in the way. Let me just move the wire. Yeah, the phone is on charge. Yeah. Right. Okay. So otherwise, if it wasn't on charge, it wouldn't be able to film. Okay, to make sure that should be long enough now. I'm only doing it up to there, not overlapping. I don't know perhaps if you overlap it will be fine, but I didn't. Right, just make sure we're level. Are we level? Is this in the right place? This looks wrong. It does look wrong. Oh, hold on, that's why. I'm doing the wrong bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm going to. It's upside down at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. Just going to pull that up there a little bit. It did seem like it was the right size, but when it was then you see that's nice and it will stick back because it's really tacky and perfect. Oh, Scotch Create, isn't it? Scotch Create, that's the glue that I bought before, and it's the same as this. This is you can tell it's fabric glue because it says if you want to wash your journal. No, you don't want to wash your journal. If you accidentally do wash your journal, that bit will still be sticky, but your paper will be just all soggy. Okay. Right. And if you make it all from fabric, including the inside, it might be fine. I don't know if you could do that. I'm just going to see if I can get that in. Let's see if I can. Oh, if I could use this. Ooh. Will do if I get strings attached. Right, okay, so that's. I'm going to glue that bit down as well. Yeah, because we've only got one signature, we can put that all straight through, can't we? Yay! I don't know how big you've got your paper, but mine is 80 GSM. And I'm going to probably use 15 sheets if I can. I'm going to make sure that's. Look at that. Ooh. Where's my. Oh, it's there, look. We were doing, look. Looking for this, and it's right in front of my face. There we go. I'm going to crease that down there. And I don't know if I can do it in my left hand or I could turn it round perhaps if I couldn't. Okay. And down there too. Okay. Oh, see, it's all being attached. Okay, so this could be for, I would say, anybody would like this, whether it's, I mean, somebody says to me the other day, my husband would love a floral journal, which is fine. I can't remember it was now. My husband loved the because I was talking about male and female stuff. And so I thought, oh, right, okay, so I'm not going to say it's going to be a male one or a female one. Okay. Right, so that, done that, so I've done this. So what we're doing next, are we gluing this down or are we covering it? I know we need to do these slightly different sizes, and I'd have to probably use a different, I can't use all that, for example, because it's not enough. So I might need another piece of just this creating more scraps. So I'd need another piece, which would be nice, because then you've got different papers, haven't you? If you've got enough scraps to use one of those, and you want to, you want to do all different, that would be fine, wouldn't it? But I'm going to use something out of that book. Well, that's the one I've chosen. I've just gone on the pad and I've chosen this one. Where is it by, this pad? Let's have a look. Oh, it's American. So if you're in America, you can probably get that. It's American Crafts one. It's this one. Let's have a look. Amy Tangerine, if you like, that one. Called Late Afternoon. I got it from my wedding anniversary. I can't remember. It would be from my husband. Yes. Yes, wedding anniversary from my husband. So, because I got one for my daughter as well. Says, I want some paper. Yeah. So that's got into it. Not that he sent for it. So get what you like. I'll pay. You know, you can have what you like for your birthday. Oh look, if that was being covered, that would work perfect. Actually, this is about 12 inches. Well, it must be just more than 12 inches, wasn't it? Because they're 6. Yeah, it must be a bit more. Right. Okay. So I'm going to measure now. Or what you can do instead, if you don't want to measure, you can do it like this. You can put a little mark there and cut the paper at that length, and then obviously what you need to do is make sure this bit's perfect and that bit. It doesn't matter about that edge. So it's going to be the full length of this, whatever that is. What is it? 8 and mine is 8 and a half, isn't it? Yes, mine's 8 and a half, so mine should be 8 and a half length. Oh, does that compute? Because that's right. That'll have to do. It's fine. It's junk journal perfect, isn't it? So it's definitely 8 and a half wide, lengthwise. I mean, and then it's. So I'm doing 8 and a half wide, aren't I? Cutting that bit off. No, cutting that bit off. Because I've just folded it. You know, you're supposed to fold them and then they should tear off, but I don't know why mine won't. It might be just the way of the paper. Actually, if you've got this, you can tell what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I have folded it. I suppose you can really crease it with a bone fold. That might help. Right, so that's 8 and a. Making sure it's a full 8 and a half. Okay, we're straight all over. You can't see the bottom, but it's straight all over. Okay, and that's that. And then I've got that bit of from another project. Yeah, what about that? Another project I can do with that now. Right, okay, so now we're going to measure, aren't we? Are we measuring? I'll tell you what mine is, and we can tell you, and then you can see if you're the same or not. That's 2 3/4 or 7 centimetres. There you go, because exactly the same. 2 3/4. It won't matter if I do it less, actually. It's just the length I need. Making sure we're against this bit and against that. I'm going to cover it before I stick it down, in case you have to trim anything. I think that's a good idea, isn't it? That's logical, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, logic below. Yeah, so I've got a bit of logic in there somewhere. That's good, isn't it? So that will fit there. And then you don't, as I would say, if you've got something slightly less, obviously that bit will be covered with fabric. In my opinion anyway, so mine's going to be covered with fabric, and I think it would look better. Or washi tape if you really don't want to do fabric. 3.5 inches will be fine on this one, because I'm making sure I'm against one end, not over. 3.5. Yeah, that's the point. Will we not be interfering with the edge? No, that's fine. Mine does actually go. And if I am worried about that edge, I can always trim that off, because I've not stuck that down yet. So yeah, I've got some yellowish paper. This is why I've chosen this. I've got some yellowish paper. So for the inside. So this is going to be a yellowish journal. Yeah. Right. Let's do it like this. I'm going to pull that out like that to get a glue mat of some sort, and we're going to yeah, I'm going to glue all over, whether it's that edge or not, because it doesn't matter. Might just cut that bit off in a minute then with some scissors, skizzers if you like, skizzers, yeah. But we'll do that in a minute when we've done this. Did I do that to the right? Where is it? Where's the other one? Oh, it's at hiding. Yeah, it's hiding. Right, so I'm going to glue this now. So again, I'm going to do this. This is the back. the bigger bit, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't matter about where you put the glue, as long as it's all over. Yeah, I can see in the light that it's going all over, there's no air bubbles or anything. Oh, there shouldn't be any air bubbles anyway when I've finished. So make sure you get the glue all over. This is all including all this project. Okay, which way around? Make sure you get that. You've got that. That is a way up, isn't it? And this goes that way up. I don't think it would look good if it was the other way around, would it? I think it would look... well, I'm going to have to move that up there. Yes, I should have done that. Probably cut that actually slightly shorter because it's... well, I can do that. You can rub that with a glue cloth and get it all down, or you can use one of those. Or Brayer. Brayer would do it perhaps as well. That is a godsend. Whoever made that, whoever invented that is a godsend. Right, okay, so now we're going to do this. Right, let's see what that would look like. Oh, that would look okay on there, wouldn't it? Against the... So yellow and orange, like fruity, isn't it? Quite fruity, this one. That when that's glued down, that's fine. Or I suppose you could have... Do you know what you could have done, don't you? Folded the paper over. Yeah, so you could actually do it longer and fold the paper over if you've got enough paper. Okay, so now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the thingies first, and then I'm going to glue them down. Thingies, I'm going to do the thingies, whatever they are. Yeah, it's trying to join in already, that sort of thing. Is that actually glue? Oh, is that big enough? Oh, I don't want it that wide though, do I? I want it a little bit less, not quite so wide as that. Because it's going to show. I'm going to try and put at least like 1/4 of an inch on this side. It doesn't matter what about that side so much. That's the back actually. So we could put the frayed bit. Yeah, you've got. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Good job. I've got some lines here. So I don't want to go beyond that little blue or green line, whatever you'd like to call it. And everybody's different. Yeah, I can only need to go on this side. We don't need to. I suppose you could, but it might be a bit in the way. So I'm going to cut it off at the edge there. Get some glue. It's probably, I don't know if it's best to glue the fabric or the card stock. The card stock. Don't forget, it's American card stock. Even in England, we call it card stock now. The videos, so don't confuse the Americans. That's what it is. Yeah. There we go. So I'm gonna. Yeah, that's right. Now remember, I've got to remember that to put it on. Oh, why have I got it? Have I got it the other way around now? I have, haven't I? I was going to do it this way because that was bending over a bit too much. Do not bend over. Yes, that's the question. Why was you bending over? Yeah. Right, okay, so I don't know what I've got. Yes, I've got... no, I've got slightly less. I've got a different line on the other one for some reason. Won't it be this? No, because it's the same way up. That's why. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put this. I'm going to put on this afterwards some baby powder because I'm getting glue everywhere. I'm trying to do it fast. I think if you've got more time, you perhaps won't get glue everywhere like me. But I'm trying to do it fast because I don't want to say, you're going to think, oh, I know how to do it now, but you're missing out on all the tips and bits, you know. Because I do have some tips. I think, oh, you know, some tips. Right, so that should be fine. Let's get that on there. Okay, so that one, I'm thinking about powder already because that is really gluey down the bottom. It will take away the shine. There we go, and we can get some on there as well, yeah. It should help that glue though. Oh, it should help the glue. It's actually won't help it glue, that's the thing. Right, so don't put it on until you've glued. Okay, I can actually cut that with these, yeah, with my fabric scissors. Because I've got some fabric scissors here that should be... I'm not going to put it underneath because, I don't know, then you could try it, but that's cut that perfectly. Yeah, you could put it under, you could even sew it, yeah. You could probably sew it as well. It look really nice actually sewn, but I'm not going to sew mine. Just because the time, isn't it? What's that? Oh, somebody's ringing me. Oh, where was I? I've got phone calls and everything. Right, let's just get the... Yeah, so I'm going to get that down as well. Yeah, that's the point, isn't it, about this? Yes, because it sometimes bends up, so you need to sort of like bone folder it down. It doesn't matter if you've got that crease in it like that. Okay, it won't matter about that one because it will be permanently like that anyway, so it won't matter about that. Okay, right, the other one as well. Let's do that side. I think have I got too much? Oh no, it's not there, is it? It's here we're doing. It's not there, it's here. It's okay. I've been talking to someone. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm making sure, is this the one? I'm making sure that's correct. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. So I'm going to glue down here now. Hopefully not get glue everywhere again like I normally do. Too much over that side. Right, I've got far too much on that side and not enough on this side, which is what I needed. Because I'm trying to, hold on, just making sure that's, oh, that's helped, doesn't it, to get it in the right place. Why is it? Is it the same? It might be the same as that one then. So just get it a bit behind that blue or greeny line. Everybody will argue with me if I say it's blue, and they'll argue me if I say it's green. So it's blue. It's actually quite turquoise, isn't it? Why can't they just say turquoise? Right, okay. I think that bit, that much looks great. I'm going to make sure it's about the same. Oh, look, I can do it like this as well. There you go, look. That's brilliant, isn't it? So I've bent that over and I'm doing it like that. Okay, so then I'm going to have to make that right. It doesn't, I don't think it would matter too much because obviously we're going to fold that over permanently, aren't we? So it's not going to be backwards and forwards. It's going to be opened permanently. But that's the front, so we want something of a bit of a pretty bit at the front, don't we, really? Right, I'm cutting, oh, we can see now. I wasn't sure if you could see. Right, so that will be, oh, I'm on 1. Oh, no, I'm on 7. Because I had a phone call, I wasn't sure if it switched. It's normally on 1 when it starts. Right, that's it. So what can we do now with this then? I'm going to redo that. I don't know why, because it's going to be fine. Right, okay, just do this again. And we're going to put, so I'm going to definitely put a load of powder on that because, oh, actually, I'm going to put it on here. There we go, plenty of them there. Let's see if we can get some so it doesn't shine up there. First time in a minute I'm going to use some, why does that look like it's not straight? Oh yeah, that's fine at the top. It's all right. That'll do. Yep. So, right, so we're going to do this now. That's our cover finished. Then we just got the signatures to do, which will be fairly fast because we're only going to do 1 signature. Not that I've done the papers yet. Oh, look at that. I don't know where to leave it like that because that's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah, or should we glue it down? I don't know. Right then. I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue this down. Let's get our glue. Get our glue. Get our glue. Get our glue. Right, hopefully it'll glue because I've just seen it's got some powdery thing there. If you don't think it's going to glue, I would clip it. I mean, Mum, it should, but I'm just doing it anyway. Give it a clip around its there, look, and then it's done. Okay, so ooh, do you know what? I don't like the looks of that. I don't like the looks of that bit there. It's a very raggy bit there. Can you see that? No, you can't. There we go. It's a bit raggy. Even though it's got no rag on it, it's a bit raggy. Has it got rag? Oh, it has got rag, yeah, that's why, probably then. Okay, so we're not having a bit of raggy there, are we? Okay, so I'm just going to mention something. I don't know how it's going to pattern out on mine, but this is some of the bright orange stuff. You can obviously change it round so you get the same colours on the side. If you've got them like me, different ways round. So you can match them up like this. So they match now like that. Okay, and then obviously I don't think I've got another one actually like that because I've only got 12 sheets because of I think that paper's thicker. It feels thicker. Must be at the end of the printer and it must have been, I must have been using thicker paper. So that's going to match that one. my printer playing up. Look, my printer playing up there. So I'm going to... Right, so that's a lot better now, isn't it? That will go... That's anyway. So that will go like that. And then... Right then, there we go. Right, so I've done all the papers now. I've just got to make sure they're all... Yeah, give it a push in the middle of your fingers like that, especially if you're doing other signatures as well. Right, so I might cut... Should I cut that off first? Because I've got my beautiful, yeah. Got to find my decent ruler as well. I've also got to move this out of the way, otherwise we'll be... Yeah, that's a bit... yeah. All glue and everything. I've got my thing up there actually. Right. So I'm going to put my thing down here. Hold on. Before I do anything else, let's do this. So I could just give my desk a bit of a glue scrape there. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's get this on there. So I'm going to tuck that there. Oh yeah, we better make sure make sure you put your fingers in. You could actually pin it down with a big stapler. That's a new one. I can hear my voice changing because I'm leaning forward. I always make sure I can hear people. Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? No, it's got a bigger one than that. So I'm going to put these. Oh, look, it's moving. Don't move. Right, I'm going to put this on here like that. Probably leave it on there actually when we do the. Oh, that doesn't look very. If they were putting the ruler in would help actually. Perhaps the thingy end there. If that would help doing it like that. You know, see that moving. Right, so that, yeah, that seems to have got it in a bit further. Yeah, that's a point, isn't it? So just be careful though, don't rip your pages. Right, okay, so that should be okay now. And gently. Retract and retreat. And so let's get that there. That's what we've done there then. Yeah, so that's nice and straight. Yeah, it's straight, isn't it? It should be fine. Right then, so now this is the bit. We don't mind doing this, do we, to a single thing. Let's go find it. Right. Oh, that's another thing I've got to do. Find it's there. Find it's there. Right, okay, so I'll put that in there like that. Oh, let's make sure that's... What you do then is make sure it's the length from the bottom or the top that you want. I suppose we could put another... Can we put another clip in? I don't know if I've got another... I've got those massive ones. Let's see if these work. 4-inch ones. Right, let's see if these work, yeah. 4-inch ones, yeah. Right, so I'll put the 4-inch one in like that and make sure we're not against that or we're not against the top. Because we want to be sort of like... I don't know why I've done that actually, because I've got to open it up, haven't I? Right, wait a minute. Logic lessons with Hazel. Okay. Okay, so that should be about right there. I'm trying to get this so it's level there and there and there. Right, so now I'm going to close that. And that should be around there. I'm going to move that up there, aren't I? Because that's not probably in the right place either. No, we're too far. Why have we gone down? We're too far down. Oh no, it hasn't. Right, I'm going to turn it upside down to make sure we're right that side as well. Just to see how we're doing. Yeah, that's there. And that should... Right, I'm going to move that up so it's against there. It's taken me ages, you know. I don't think this isn't a logical way, is it? Because I'm thinking about... Wait a minute, I'm going to have a drink. Yes, I've got my posh one again. Right, okay, I can move that bit... oh, I see why. Right, let's move that there. Right, so I've got my posh one again, yeah. So I've got me... I should have got it in the right place. Let's have a look, see if we've got it level, equal, and top, the bottom, isn't it there? It's the bottom there. I think, is it the top? I don't know, actually. This is the back. Oh, that's the top. Right, okay. Should hold it there, right? It's okay. Right, instead of pushing it down, I'll tell you to do it like this in the book. You push it, you grip it here. and then push through. So you don't have to, you can make marks if you like, but I'm just doing it by eye. Okay, and I'm pushing it through my thumb there. Okay, so you can make marks or anything you like if you want to make sure you get it exactly. So I'm pushing it in now about 1 inch up from the top, and I'm doing it like this because that's what it says in the book, and it actually apparently gets it in the middle. Whether it does or not, I don't know, because it didn't mind, but it looked absolutely fine. Actually, I covered that afterwards, didn't I, my other one? You can do that, yeah, you can cover that afterwards. Right. You can cover it afterwards if you're not doing the middle, yeah. Okay, so let's start with this. I'm leaving this one in, actually. Right, okay. Now we've got to decide what thread we want. We've also got to find the needle I had earlier. Well, that's gone. Right, I've decided on colours because that's what I've got there. So you know how to do the 3 pamphlet stitch. Well, I do if I can find the... You know how to do the 3 pamphlet stitch, but do you know how to find the end? But I'm trying to get a fairly small eyed needle because it does annoy me when it's big and it won't go through. Right, so that's about, say, 2, 3. Should do that. Okay, I'll cut that with this. Okay, you know how to do the 3 pamphlet stitch. Okay, we'll go through here. Oh, it's gone through. And then I'll go through the other bit. I'm leaving that in there a minute because of you don't catch your fingers on it if you do the same. So I'm going to come through here. And it should be there somewhere. If it isn't there somewhere. Yeah, notice that. Right, okay. It does help to get through. Right, why is it not getting through? Ah, it's just, you can actually, I think you could probably use pliers if you can't grab hold of it with pliers and pull it through. Don't mean with the wire, don't use wire cutters, because I don't know if that would work very well. Woodwork, that's woodwork. Right, okay, there's your woodwork. Right, okay, sometimes I often say woodwork and hang over each video. What's happening now? Why isn't it? Oh, it's okay, it's just because it's... Yeah, I'm using waxed thread, which does help it not to get tangled up with this, but it does, of course it will, like any other. Done it before, yeah. I thought just, oh, you never do it, but it did. So, yeah. So I'm just going to get, my attempt to get it through that hole is apparently is the important thing rather than which side of the thing it'll come up. Come on, dear, get in there. Why am I struggling today? Come on. Let's get there. Right, okay. So that will just pop there. And that should be and that's got to be the other side of there, so it doesn't slip through the hole. Right, okay, and it will pull about, so that means it is level, not level, the other thing. It is not joined. Oh, hold on, I'm pulling it tighter. So what's going on here? Okay, yeah. So make sure it's tight. Yeah, that looks like that's fine. Check the back. That's fine too. It's not caught on anything. It's not caught on bits of paper on the desk, and paper clips, whatever else, scissors, rulers. Yeah, yeah, and probably other needles too. So I'm just doing that 3. Okay, you can tie a bow if you like. Not doing that at the moment. Okay, of course, dangly bits. Yeah. Right, so that's your completed journal. Let's see which way round we are. Yeah, that's the front. And I'm going to make sure that's actually down because it seems very... I don't know what that is. Must be on the print. I've got it on. That makes just a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's on there as well. So, yeah, that's the same. It's just I've adjusted it from... I've made it more purple. I've actually done pink then, haven't I? Ooh, pinky, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it did that bit. So that. And there's your finished journal. Hold on a minute, we're not stuck. That's nearly your finished journal. You don't like me. Right, okay. Oh, it's all the way along here. I wonder if it's because the glue didn't work. Oh, it says no. Right. Right, get a piece of this. Oh, hold on. Let's do this first and then we can... and then do that. It should stick. It might be because I've got too much baby powder around. You know. Could be that. Yeah, it could be that, because that does help it help the glue not stick. Okay, let's check their other bits as well. Yeah, that's done. And this. Yeah, other bit's done. Anyway, there we go then. Okay, that is absolutely fine, isn't it? And it looks really nice with the tartan print or plaid print. Okay, I mean, if you're making this for Christmas, for somebody's quick present that you need to make quickly, it doesn't take long at all, really, does it? Obviously, I'll take a bit longer because I'm explaining it. What's that? Oh yeah, of course, I've got bits of what it was. Yeah, so you can use 12 by 12 papers or any other papers. Length of card, that'll do. 11 if you've got 11 by 8.5, for example, that size card. If you're in America, that's fine. We don't often get pretty card in the UK, A4. I know they do in America, I've seen it. Right, so that's fine, making sure they're the right way up, yeah. Okay. I do hope you like my content today. I would do appreciate anybody who's given me a thumbs up, thank you so much. And anybody who has subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I'm talking about now, in the past. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. There we go, so now you've got pockets on this. You've got I've got some pretty colours inside, obviously, because that's what I do. Okay, you can do what colours you like, or whatever you like papers. You can probably make different sizes, but I like that this is a notebook to me. So that's like a notebook size, and it's made from a file folder. There we go, and it's made from 12 by 12 papers too. How many did I use? Three, didn't I? 3 different ones of that. Okay, a whole one of those, and then you could probably use scraps for the rest if you have them. Different colours on each side even, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching today. And I've got some of my new pictures are on Ko-Fi. Is it Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi? Don't know how you pronounce it. So the link should be in the description of this video. I've put it on my blurb. Okay then, if you want to have a look at those, okay, I'm just putting some of my newer papers on there. Okay then, so if you can't get on Facebook, then Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi is the place to find those. Okay, and that's my new papers. All my other papers are on Facebook, but I can add them to Ko-Fi as well. Okay then, so thank you so much and goodbye.